I was rushing home one evening, the rain soaking through my coat, my thoughts tangled with work deadlines and life's endless worries, when I noticed him, a small boy huddled under a bus stop shelter, shivering, shoes soaked, eyes wide with fear. At first, I hesitated. I didn't know him, didn't know his story, but something in his gaze, a mixture of hope and desperation, made me stop dead in my tracks. "Hey," I said softly, crouching down to his level. "Are you okay?" He shook his head slightly, teeth chattering. I don't have anywhere to go tonight," he whispered. His small hands gripped the edges of the shelter, as if holding on to a fragile lifeline. I felt a knot tighten in my chest. Without thinking, I offered my coat. "Here, take this," I said. His eyes widened as he pulled around himself, a little too large, sleeves dangling past his hands, but warmth instantly replacing some of the chill. "Do you want to come inside for a bit?" I asked, gesturing toward the nearby cafe. He hesitated, then nodded, a fragile trust beginning to form between us. I realized that sometimes all someone needs is to be seen, to feel safe. We sat in a quiet corner of the cafe. I ordered hot chocolate and a pastry for him, and as he ate, I watched him relax, shoulders dropping, a small smile forming on his lips. For the first time, I felt a shift in my own heart. That simple act of caring felt profound. He began to talk, in halting sentences, about school, his favorite games, the loneliness he felt at home. I listened, letting each word settle, aware that my attention alone could be a balm to the wounds he carried silently. The rain outside kept falling, relentless, a reminder that the world can be harsh. And yet, inside, warmth and humanity blossomed between us. I realized kindness isn't flashy or grand. It's in the quiet choices, the small gestures. Hours passed quickly. I asked if he had a place to stay for the night. He shook his head, and I felt that familiar tug of my chest, the responsibility of one life in your hands, even briefly. I offered to call a social worker and make arrangements. He hesitated, uncertainty clouding his small face. "Well, will I get in trouble?" he asked. "No," I said firmly. "You deserve safety. That's all." I could see the relief flood through him, the tension in his body easing for the first time in days. Later, the social worker arrived, and I stayed with him until he was safely escorted to temporary shelter. He clung to my hand briefly, whispering, "Thank you for not leaving me." I smiled, hiding the lump in my throat, knowing the impact of small kindnesses. As I walked home in the fading rain, I thought about how easy it is to ignore people in need, to pass them by without noticing. And yet, a single choice to stop, to care, can ripple through a life in ways we can never measure. Days later, I receive a letter from the boy, handwritten in uneven, large letters. "Thank you for helping me. I feel brave now." My eyes fill with tears. I realize that kindness isn't about recognition. It's about the quiet transformation it brings to another's life. I began volunteering at the local shelter, meeting other children who needed a moment of safety, a listening ear, a small act that said, "You matter." Each interaction reminded me that compassion is contagious, and courage grows in unexpected ways. Months passed, and I would occasionally see him at school or in the neighborhood, smiling, confident. One day he ran up to me, shouting, "You saved me." I laughed, knowing I hadn't saved anyone. I had simply chosen to act, to see, to care. In the end, I learned something profound. The world could be cold, uncertain, even cruel, but a single act of kindness, small, quiet, intentional, can change the trajectory of a life, and in doing so, transform your own heart as well.